it over. It changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
Second down, Johnson. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Cohen. Screenplay. Johnson. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard at the 32-yard line. Only 2 on the screen pass there, and it'll be 4th down. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. 1:59 to go in the first half. More from the desert after this. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get off on the snap, jump too quickly.
They'll drop to throw. He's going to air one out. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Looking to throw. And he's got Snead. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but they have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks. Those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Here we go!
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going deep for Brown. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And some space here. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line.
Well, surprise, surprise, partner. No, we know it's not a surprise. When you try to complete a pass against this Cardinals defense, there's a reason that they are known as the no-fly zone.
On first down, Cohen. Throwing right, and that's complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Cardinals got to go quickly. Hustling to the line. Looking to throw on second down. Cohen. And he's taken down here by the Saints. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. The Cardinals on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is third down and 12.
Now let's go! Leopard! Leopard! Back down in that Philly! Here we go! Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Movement there on the offensive line. A little quick and a 5-yard penalty. Not a great start to this drive. You had the sack, now the false start.
I mean, it doesn't take much to either read lips or just imagine what the head coach is saying right now. Get your head in the game, guys. Let's go.
The Cardinals on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is third and 17.
Detroit! Detroit! Check, 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 check.
Operating from the gun, Cohen. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. That's number 4, sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Come on, let's go!
The man in motion is Brown. Now they'll run it on the toss. And able to find a little space. He gets this up over the 15 to the 16. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Shift together here from the D-line. They run it here. Ware. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Throwing again. Cohen. Over the middle, complete. It's Benson. And they'll get it all the way out about near midfield to the 45. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Detroit! Detroit! Leopard! Leopard! Watch it! Watch it now, Barney!
They give to Johnson going right. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Detroit! Detroit! Watch it now, Barney! There we go now! Leopard! Here we go! Leopard! Over! Back there in Philly! Set! All right, now, look at 56! Gone! 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 Gone!
Again, it's Johnson. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give them a new set of downs.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They're losing here in the 3rd quarter, maybe trying to get the ball outside, bust a big play. Obviously didn't work there.
Yeah, and while it didn't work, I really can't fault them for trying it. You and I have talked to the offensive coordinator, and we knew that was a place they wanted to try and go. And sometimes you just have to stick with it because 2-yard gains turn into 20-yard gains as the game goes along.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on 2nd down. They hit him with the draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
But you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on 2nd and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are out in the field and they're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass them with a running play.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Now they'll run it on the toss. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They'll run now with Ware. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Here we go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you Laddie?
He called me Laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now. From the gun, Cohen. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
They have, you're right, they have had no room to breathe. The Cardinals on 3rd down.
Hey, as you doing, son?
Just 2 for 6 thus far. This is
doing?
going to be 3rd and 13. Operating from the gun, Cohen. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
He gets this away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And where will this be spotted?
My nigga
The side
Tris out.
judge says it went out
Wasn't
just
up.
across midfield. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Despite the heavy running, he'll be hit and drop shy of the 45. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. 2nd down following the run. They run again with Ware. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. And this defense looks for one more stop here on 3rd after the run. Now they'll run it on the toss. Ware breaking the tackle. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Going to give this time to the tailback. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. This will be caught by Brown. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And he'll give it here to his running back. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play there. Second down. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there to swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain. Back now here on EA
Why you gonna
Sports.
put that? Why you gonna put that on me, man? Yeah, man. I'm with it.
Yo.
What's up, Cannon?
What y'all got going on?
Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down.
Alright, bro. Let me look at the Bears right quick. Who? Let me,
Now back to throw.
the Bears is wilding. I gotta see what's up.
They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Baker with a pick. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
Man, this nigga kind of trash.
A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the
I'm gonna try to get Leonard Floyd for a second.
You gotta be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running.
I thought he was gonna be better than that.
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going
Leonard Floyd.
nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Dude was asking for a third. I said, I don't think that's gonna get approved, big fella. Let me check. But yeah, he not as good as you would think.
To throw on second down, Cohen. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free.
Yo, what's up, bro?
And brings up third down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Nah, I'm
You
gonna
know
just
a coach
pass
said
on him.
that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
He only got 76 hit power.
To throw on third down, Cohen. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Nah, that's not that
Picked
bad
off
for
by
me for linebackers.
And he's gonna
It's
return
75.
to the 21-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had
Nah,
2
if they
interceptions
actually-
a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and
Hold on,
positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Nah, if Madden actually had like a real set the edge feature, then yeah.
Off here to his running back. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they
Yeah,
talk about
he
the top
offered him
plays that
too.
these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
They'll look to throw.
I'm not gonna do that.
They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. Accelerating, and off he goes.
That's what Jamon did.
10, and they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism.
Can't be
because
putting no
you
middle
and I both
linebacker at
know
DN.
the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
When I was a
He
kid,
can, bro. I'm
you
saying.
gotta remember that now.
Come on, come on.
That ain't right.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Out
That
on the
one Madden,
field
they
comes
used to
New
have it to where,
Orleans. And following the pick 6,
I don't know if
and
it's still like that,
decent field
but you can
position
put your
throwing
middle
that
linebackers
pick
at D
6. We'll see
tackle.
how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us.
Oh, I gotta send it to you. Nah, I didn't send them last night. I'll load up on 2K in a second. I just got done eating.
Give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Here goes, Sykes. Your hands are filthy. Terry? That's petty. Is Terry here?
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I know he's supposed to be moving or something today, he said.
No, I'm here. I'm here, bro.
You playing pro-am?
But in this
Oh,
case,
yeah,
making
let me
play on the
finish this game.
man
I'm
was
showing the
all
game.
the difference. That's what forced the
Hey,
incompletion.
Madden jump?
Yeah.
How much time you got?
Fresh.
The
4
Saints
minutes.
on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Nah.
Throwing, Hundley. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up third
Should
down.
be either Randy Moss or TL. Like, they got at least let one of them get in. Yeah, both of them for real. But I know they ain't gonna let them both in the same year. Yo, what's good? You about to be in the crib?
Yeah.
How much time? I bet we all on. We trying to run pro-am. Fresh start.
And that will come the offense as they take over.
So 30 minutes with us.
Arizona getting ready to go.
Like, I don't want to say it'd be like 6, but it may be more, maybe less.
Are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no? You just throw that out the window.
Ain't Ray Lewis and Urlacher able to get in this year?
Totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack the seat.
I'm gonna look it up.
Attack him here. And able to get this one across the 45.
No, I'm talking about how many of them can get in
Nice carry there of 15 yards.
certain years. They say up to 5 players.
From the gun, Cohen. Flushed out right. They find some open field here.
Yeah.
I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the fourth quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for.
That's why that one day when what's his name was like, when he was saying LaShawn McCoy was first ballot, I'm like, bro, you got that's crazy. Granted, he biased because he on the Bills, but
this is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once
but you're not a clown like him either.
Of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
I was
yards on the
geeking.
pick up there, but it's going to take him to fourth down.
Joe Jacoby played on the
One of the
Skins.
biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to break our fourth quarter
He
tie.
gave me a bum if he up there for Hall of Fame consideration.
Absolutely perfect. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
Heck nah, we'll bum Gino in the Hall of Fame.
And that does give them the lead, but this one is still a long ways from over.
That's crazy. He wasn't no bum. He wasn't the greatest all time. I think the rings got him that.
I don't know the field goals points are going to be enough to get us home.
Out onto the field comes New
I'm gonna call you in 10 minutes.
These guys had to
All
punt
right.
their last possession, and that's become
I'm gonna call you back in 10 minutes.
of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep him warm.
Only thing like you can take away from Emmett and like Kareem is because they played for 49 seasons. So that's the only thing you can take away from them. That's why they numbers so upbeat. But they still was beasts.
He's able to get out to the 32,
Yeah.
brought down there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And of course, the quarterback in this situation.
I think that's the only thing that like hurt them in greatest all time conversations.
On the board here late. Shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking middle.
But I would have loved to be alive, you know what I'm saying, to see it Kareem versus Wilt matchups.
9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right.
Yeah, but and he also retired and stuff like that. Like he played less time. Yeah, he played less time than LeBron because he came out of high school with that as well. Like that's a stupid argument. When you actually look at Jordan numbers for how like less he played than most of the players that he up there with, it's ridiculous. That's why it's so crazy.
Time for a break.
Nigga was a scoring machine, man.
See what transpires after this.
Yeah, I just saw the rerun and stuff. But bro, you can like clearly see the clear greatness, like when you look at it when it's from there, like game to game type situation.
But they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
If somebody does more with less, you gotta like put them ahead of the other person.
Spot. It's 2nd and long. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
Only reason I was trying to trade for a linebacker was because I was going to avoid making that pick early and go need other somewhere else.
Unfortunately, he's able to recover himself, but the clock's still rolling here.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it, and somehow he got to it and was able to recover.
You about to be moving around today, Pete?
Running room hard to come by
No,
here.
not really, man. I just got some people doing some shit for me, so I had to do all that.
You just packing.
They've got 2 more to use here in the final stage.
What day you gonna officially start moving?
I was gonna get moving company and they're gonna get that shit done. I ain't got time.
Oh, okay.
Back to throw.
This probably the perfect time to do it down there, though. You out of there, you try to move in the summertime.
Snags it for the pick.
That'd be the worst.
Nice little juke. And now running right through it.
I threw a fucking 2 pick sixes in there, man.
The 20.
Who you playing?
Whoever the Cardinals is in
You already on 2K these men?
So they were in field
first.
goal range, a chance
Might
to get
finish the jump. Sykes, did you ever accept yours?
going for the win, cost him the game.
Not just a little greedy, now a little lost because of what ended up happening. Just what you stated there, they're in field goal range. Instead of getting conservative, they decided to press it, maybe try and win it right now. Instead, the whole thing backfired.
So they throw the
Well, Terry's still in his game. So
my shit is a minute 7 left. This shit over.
That's fielded in the end zone.
I mean, we got 5 in here if y'all want to run with that 5.
To just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have
straight creeping. He pretty much told me after 4 Central or after 6 Central.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball
Whenever he
back.
show up,
Score again, but they can't worry about the
I just told him I had to draft at 8.
The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take
At 8
it from there.
Eastern. What'd you say, what?
The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings
I didn't even
second
ask
down.
why. I just was like, I got to draft at 8, so anytime before 7 Eastern is cool.
Wasn't an interception.
Wow. you're
Like, well, even if we start at 7, I should be cool, but you know what I'm saying.
correct.
I don't want to be starting at 7:30,
that time.
pressing my luck.
In motion goes the tight end. He'll look to throw. Pressure comes.
And what?
Cardinals bring him down.
I'm about to say,
He didn't get
I had
rid
the
of
cheese
football there,
board
took the
in my
sack.
show.
That's easier said than done. He can't just chuck the thing sideways into the seats.
No, he really can't because you're not afforded total protection as a quarterback. You have to get outside of the tackle boxes as defined by the NFL, meaning wherever your tackles operate normally, get outside of that. And the ball that you throw has to get
I can't wait for the combine and all that.
Otherwise, you're facing intentional grounding call.
Escaping the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Able to pick up a dozen yards there on the scramble, but not enough. 4th down.
Well, it's not going to be a first down, but that's a nice job of picking up yardage on 3rd and long. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you. And in this case, it wasn't enough to pick up the first down.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
You got something to look forward
And
to.
this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case.
Hey, dog, I wonder,
Anything they tried to throw out,
somebody gonna run a 4-2 flat this year. Break the John Ross joke. That'll be crazy. I mean, even his jump, like, was like kind of like a shock. I didn't think nobody's gonna beat that jump for a while.
And now the kick is away.
Yeah, that's ridiculous, bro. If you ever ran, if you ever ran 40 yards, you know that's crazy.
And that's the 25-yard line. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You get goddamn 30 yards, you like, whew.
In this sequence here, maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball.
Good to go.
So choose, but otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
How did he even do this season, bro? I ain't hear nothing about the Bengals for real. Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember like at one point he was. I didn't know if it was like a season, you know.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Let me see.
And they take a knee.
Whenever he was in there, they probably was like, run, just run.
Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games.
They say he only played 3
We
games
protect our
on this
home
World
turf.
Pro
They
Football
got that
thing.
done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal.
It's a waste of a first-round pick, goddamn.
Split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house.
So for the Cardinals, it's a 10th win of the year now as they move to 10-4. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, for New Orleans, the loss might knock them out of playoff contention as they drop to 6-8. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers.
Yeah. What you want me to do? You want me to go over there?
That'll do it for us, for Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew. I'm Brandon
He
Gordon.
had a torn labrum in his shoulder.
On EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter.
A torn labrum.
Send me the address.
NFL. It's a win for the Cardinals as we say so long from Glendale.
Oh no, that was before the draft. I read too early. He had I guess there was something wrong with his knee then. Oh no, then there was something wrong with his shoulder again. At this point, this man be sniped. His debut season was variously described as wasted, disappointing, and disastrous. Sweet God.